Can aging really be reversed, or is it just another wellness myth? On Wellness 60 to 100, we explore the latest science behind healthy aging and what it means for people over 60. Stay tuned to discover what researchers are actually saying and what you can start doing today. At 66, Mr. Robert Jenkins was feeling every bit his age. He struggled with joint stiffness, slower thinking, and a lack of energy that made everyday life feel like a burden. He had always believed aging was an unstoppable downhill slide, until he attended a community lecture by a local university's gerontology department. What he heard stunned him. The speaker shared studies showing that cellular aging can, in some ways, be slowed, or even partially reversed, through specific lifestyle changes. Inspired, Robert began walking daily, added more plants to his diet, practiced mindfulness meditation, and got serious about sleep hygiene. Within 6 months, his doctor noted better blood pressure, sharper cognitive testing scores, and improved mood. Robert didn't find a fountain of youth, but he found something better: control over how he aged. His story reflects a growing number of seniors who are rejecting the idea that aging equals decline. More and more science backs up their hope. In today's video, we'll break down exactly what research says about reversing aspects of aging, and which practices really matter after 60. Because healthy aging isn't about turning back the clock, it's about owning every year you've earned. I'm Dr. Emily Carter, a board-certified geriatrician with over 20 years of experience in aging research and clinical care. My passion is helping older adults thrive, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Today on Wellness 60 to 100, I'll walk you through the real science behind reversing aging, and what steps truly support healthy aging for people over 60. The idea of reversing aging is everywhere. Promises of miracle supplements, anti-aging creams, and special diets flood our screens. But what does actual science say? Can we truly slow, stop, or even reverse the aging process once we're over 60? In this video from Wellness 60 to 100, we'll explore the truth behind the hype. With the latest findings in geriatric medicine and neuroscience, we'll break down which habits genuinely promote healthy aging, and which ones are just clever marketing. If you're over 60 and looking for real, research-backed ways to stay sharp, strong, and independent, this video is a must-watch. Let's separate fact from fiction. 1. The myth of reversing aging versus slowing biological aging. One of the biggest misconceptions people over 60 face is the belief that aging can be reversed like flipping a switch. The reality? Aging is a natural biological process that cannot be stopped entirely, but it can be slowed down. And that distinction is key. Many headlines talk about reversing aging because it sounds exciting, but in the scientific world, what we're really trying to do is slow biological aging. That means keeping your cells, organs, and systems functioning like they're younger than your chronological age. Let's break that down. Your chronological age is how many years you've been alive. Your biological age reflects how healthy your body truly is on the inside. A 70-year-old who eats well, exercises, manages stress, and avoids toxins may have the internal biology of someone 10 years younger. That's not magic, it's science. Research from Harvard, Stanford, and other institutions shows that certain lifestyle habits can reduce cellular inflammation, improve mitochondrial function, your cell's energy factories, and even influence telomere length, small structures at the end of your DNA that are associated with aging. Longer telomeres equals slower aging. But here's the catch: there's no single pill or miracle supplement. True healthy aging takes consistency, small habits repeated daily. For example, exercise, especially a mix of resistance training and low-impact cardio, has been proven to improve cellular metabolism and reduce age-related muscle loss. Eating more plant-based, antioxidant-rich foods like berries, leafy greens, nuts, and olive oil can reduce oxidative stress, the process that damages cells over time. And finally, cutting back on ultra-processed foods, refined sugar, and excessive alcohol plays a significant role in preserving cellular youth. So while we can't turn back time, we can slow it down, and in many ways, that's even more powerful. Aging is not about the number, it's about the condition of your body, your brain, and your energy levels. That's where science gives us hope. 2. The role of exercise in slowing the aging process. When it comes to healthy aging, exercise isn't just a good idea, it's a scientific necessity. For people over 60, regular physical activity is one of the most powerful tools available to slow the aging process at the cellular and systemic level. First, let's look at muscle loss. After age 60, most people lose 3 to 8% of their muscle mass per decade if they're not active, a condition known as sarcopenia. This leads to weakness, balance issues, and a greater risk of falls. But studies show that strength training just 2 to 3 times a week can actually rebuild lost muscle and improve balance and coordination. Cardiovascular exercise is equally important. Whether it's brisk walking, cycling, swimming, or dancing, aerobic activity improves heart health, lung capacity, and circulation, helping the body transport nutrients and oxygen more efficiently. This reduces the workload on your heart and lowers the risk of chronic diseases like hypertension and diabetes, which accelerate aging. But here's what's even more fascinating: exercise affects your brain too. Research shows that physical activity promotes the release of a chemical called brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, which supports the growth of new neurons and improves memory and cognitive function. This is especially important for preventing age-related conditions like Alzheimer's and dementia. Even your DNA benefits. In one study from the University of California, regular exercise was linked to longer telomeres, the protective caps on your chromosomes that naturally shorten with age. Longer telomeres mean your cells stay healthier for longer. What about people with joint pain or limited mobility? The good news is that low-impact activities like Tai Chi, yoga, and water aerobics provide all the benefits of exercise without stressing the joints. The key is consistency. Moving your body most days of the week, even if it's just 20 to 30 minutes, can add years of healthy life. In short, exercise doesn't just help you live longer, it helps you live better. It's your body's built-in anti-aging system, and it's free. 3. The gut-brain aging connection. Why your digestive health matters more than ever. Most people don't connect gut health with aging. But emerging science tells us that your digestive system, specifically your gut microbiome, plays a major role in how fast or slow your body and brain age. Inside your intestines are trillions of bacteria that make up the gut microbiome. These microbes don't just digest food. They also regulate immune function, reduce inflammation, produce vitamins like B12 and K2, and even create neurotransmitters like serotonin, which affects mood and cognition. In fact, over 90% of serotonin is produced in the gut. As we age, especially after 60, the diversity and strength of our gut microbiome begin to decline. Factors like a poor diet, antibiotics, stress, and inactivity can disrupt this balance, leading to a condition known as dysbiosis, when bad bacteria outnumber the good. This imbalance is linked to increased systemic inflammation, which accelerates aging and is associated with memory loss, weakened immunity, and even cardiovascular problems. What's more, recent studies have found direct links between poor gut health and cognitive decline. One study published in Nature Aging found that older adults with an unhealthy gut microbiome had higher levels of beta amyloid, the protein associated with Alzheimer's disease. Another study from UCLA showed that seniors who ate a high-fiber, fermented food-rich diet had better memory scores and lower markers of brain inflammation. So how can you protect your gut to support healthy aging? Start by eating more prebiotic and probiotic foods. Prebiotics are fibers that feed healthy gut bacteria, found in garlic, onions, leeks, and asparagus. Probiotics, like those in yogurt, kefir, kimchi, and sauerkraut, help restore microbial balance. Reduce processed foods, excess sugar, and red meat, which promote inflammation. Also, stay hydrated and manage stress. Chronic stress changes gut bacteria for the worse. Light exercise like walking also supports healthy digestion and microbial diversity. Your gut isn't just your second brain, it's one of your strongest allies in aging well. A healthy gut helps protect your brain, your immune system, and your energy. Treat it with care. 4. Sleep, the underrated pillar of longevity. In the conversation about healthy aging, sleep often takes a back seat to diet and exercise, but science shows that sleep may be just as important, if not more. As we age, the quality and duration of our sleep often decline, yet restorative sleep is essential to maintaining both physical and cognitive health after 60. Sleep is when your body repairs itself. During deep sleep, tissues regenerate, growth hormone is released, and your brain clears out waste proteins like beta amyloid, which is linked to Alzheimer's disease. Without proper sleep, this cleanup process doesn't occur efficiently, leading to cognitive decline, memory issues, and slower reaction times. But here's the challenge. Seniors often experience changes in circadian rhythm, the internal clock that tells us when to sleep and wake. As we age, this rhythm shifts, making it harder to fall asleep or stay asleep through the night. Add in medical conditions like arthritis, medications, or frequent nighttime urination, and sleep becomes even more elusive. Lack of sleep also triggers the release of cortisol, a stress hormone that promotes inflammation and accelerates aging. Chronically elevated cortisol levels are associated with higher blood pressure, weakened immune response, and weight gain, all of which are detrimental to long-term health. So what does the science say about reversing or slowing aging through sleep? A study published in the journal Sleep Health found that seniors who regularly got 7 to 8 hours of high-quality sleep performed better on cognitive tests and had lower markers of inflammation. Another study from Stanford University noted that consistent sleep patterns, going to bed and waking up at the same time daily, were associated with longer telomeres, the DNA caps linked to longevity. To improve sleep, avoid screens at night, reduce caffeine after noon, and keep your bedroom cool and dark. Practicing a calming bedtime routine, like light stretching, meditation, or reading, can also help signal your body that it's time to wind down. In short, sleep isn't a luxury. It's your body's nightly tune-up, a vital anti-aging tool you use every single day. 5. Social connection, the hidden longevity factor. When people think about anti-aging strategies, they often picture supplements, exercise, or diet. But one of the most powerful, yet most overlooked, factors in healthy aging is social connection. Yes, staying socially active can literally extend your life. Multiple studies have shown that loneliness and social isolation can be just as harmful to health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Seniors who feel isolated are at a much higher risk of cognitive decline, depression, heart disease, and even early death. The absence of meaningful social relationships triggers stress responses in the body, increasing inflammation, blood pressure, and levels of the stress hormone cortisol, all of which accelerate the aging process. Conversely, maintaining strong social ties has been associated with better immune function, sharper memory, and improved emotional well-being. In fact, one of the most famous longevity studies, the Harvard Study of Adult Development, found that the single greatest predictor of long, happy lives wasn't money or fame. It was the quality of relationships people had in their 50s and beyond. How can this be? Well, human beings are social creatures by nature. Social connection gives us purpose, engagement, and emotional resilience. It encourages behaviors that promote health, like regular activity, better sleep, and medication adherence. It also offers a vital safety net, someone to call when you're not feeling well or to remind you of a doctor's appointment. For those over 60, fostering social connection might mean joining a walking group, volunteering, attending community classes, or even learning to use video calls to stay in touch with distant family. Don't underestimate the value of a weekly coffee date, a game of cards, or a chat with a neighbor. In short, aging doesn't have to mean shrinking your social world. It should mean expanding your sense of belonging. The science is clear. Staying connected isn't just good for your soul. It's critical to your health and longevity. So call a friend, join that group, or strike up a conversation. You're adding years to your life in the process. Ignoring the science-backed approaches to healthy aging can lead to accelerated physical and cognitive decline. Without regular movement, brain stimulation, quality sleep, balanced nutrition, or meaningful social interaction, seniors may face increased risks of chronic diseases, memory loss, depression, and loss of independence. The aging process speeds up when these critical areas are neglected, often resulting in preventable hospitalizations and a diminished quality of life. What's worse, once the decline begins, it becomes much harder to reverse. That's why understanding and applying what science reveals isn't just helpful, it's urgent. Reversing aging may not mean going backward, but it certainly means slowing down the fall forward. As a geriatric specialist, I want to be clear: you can't stop time, but you absolutely can slow down how aging affects your body and mind. The science is strong, daily habits truly matter. Move your body regularly, even if it's just walking 20 minutes a day. Prioritize whole foods, especially those rich in antioxidants and healthy fats. Make sleep a true priority, not a luxury. Stay mentally curious, read, learn, challenge your brain. But above all, stay connected. Loneliness is a hidden health risk we often ignore. Aging well isn't about finding magic pills, it's about consistency, purpose, and small changes that compound over time. Don't wait until you feel the effects of aging, be proactive. You have more control over your later years than you might believe. Take care of your health now, and it will take care of you later. That's not hype, it's hard science, and it's hope. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new episode from Wellness 60 to 100. Leave a comment below: what daily habit has made the biggest difference in your aging journey? And be sure to check out our next video on boosting brain health naturally.